We set the trends in this Crips.
You are, you have been, you will be under the rule.
Snip this glue, get in the zone, because we gotta go do something. So that's what we did. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I used to like it. Got people from the east and the west and different places, you know, to come over and groove with us.
Was Hoover grooving some part of Hoover? You know, never met a Hoover groove. Me neither, never in my life.
A part of what was called the Bonzella Crips.
Hoovers ain't starting no Hoover Crips. And we hit that hand moving on you, walking in your house.
Wait, do that again.
Hit that hand moving on you, that messed up your whole party. You are, you have been, you will be under the group.
You want to play some basketball, you know what I'm saying? The court back there, camper back there, oh, you know.
This is the time of Henry Clay?
Yeah, a little bit after.
A little bit after?
A little bit after.
So Henry Clay happened with you. What was that like, man? Who was there with you while y'all was going to Henry Clay?
Bird, rest in peace. Me, Bird, Mack, Booby. A lot of us, Dirt. I just said Dirt Rock, right?
Yeah, rest in peace.
The main characters, you know what I'm saying, was Mack, Bird, Booby. Buck was already gone, but he was still there at the same time.
Right. With Big Buck?
Yeah.
Yes, Big Buck Bucket?
Yeah. You know, it was shit. I don't think Mo Duck wasn't there. I don't think he was there.
Mo Duck, that's the homie though.
But anyway, those are my Henry Clay, you know, friends, man.
Was Mo Duck gone at the time or before he left?
No.
You know what I mean? Huh?
Nah. Just Dirt. I remember Dirt. Buddha. I think Buddha went to Gardena somewhere, but a little bit of everybody used to come up there though. Ani used to come up there, you know what I'm saying? Monkey Man used to come up there.
So you knew Ani?
Yeah.
You knew Ani?
Yeah.
Personally, right?
Yeah.
What was that like?
He wasn't a personal friend of mine, but
you
know, because he was on that.
They say Ani was crazy.
You know, he was.
They say Ani was crazy.
You know, I had my days with him, you know.
Yeah,
man. You know.
Ain't that something about the Hoovers though? I'm gonna tell you something, man. Something about the Hoovers.
He was a line.
You had some Hoovers with some cold pieces. Yeah. And it either made you or break. Right. Make you or break you, as my mama used to tell me. I'm gonna make you or break you, motherfucker. We had homies like that, right? I think it was like that.
Oh, yeah, he was a soldier, man. He gonna push through, man. And do what he do.
Gonna
you know
push through the bullshit.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So I had early dealing with him, far as you know, like
where
you from, nigga? You know, shit like that. All that. Yeah, he was one of.
So, now I want to ask y'all, man, about 11 Deuce. How did it start? How did it start?
We can't tell you that story. Only one man can tell you. No, two men.
Well, no. Let me correct my. We
were just talking about that today. That's on him. He got to.
Let me answer that.
They got to do that.
Another way.
You know what I'm saying?
How did you become, or when did you first hear 11 Deuce, and how did you become 11 Deuce Hoover?
Bird, my homie Bird, rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Bird. Yeah.
Then I met Mack.
He brought you into it.
Yeah, Bird brought me into it. Yeah.
And how did that go?
Man, come on over here, man. We're talking about Raymond, with Bobcat and them live.
Yeah.
All them came up at. Bigfoot and them, Maney, all Mo. That's where they all hung it with the first Hoover Shack. Bird, you know, we went to school together every day, so he trying to introduce me to this. You know what I'm saying? So when I go over there, I'm like, nigga, who's all these? You know them? You know?
See,
let me ask you one question, man. Let me ask you one question. I'm gonna ask Head, I'm gonna ask Baby Charles, I'm gonna ask Duck, and I'm gonna ask Bobcat. Did Bigfoot start 11 Mo?
Two people.
Where Mo at? Where Mo
you know
at?
How me and you standing together?
Yeah.
And I might get an idea, and you add something to the idea. That's how I have.
But it didn't start by one dude. It was a
Huh?
Smoke. He still living.
Yeah.
That's what we need to know. What and Mo started Never Do Smoke.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, that's what we need to clarify this stuff.
And it was
No, they ain't.
who started, who the founders was, or whatnot.
No. Foot and Mo started the set, bro.
Straight up.
Straight up, man. I mean,
y'all teaching me history right now.
Foot and Mo and them.
Well, I knew about Foot, me, TS. I knew about Foot.
Yeah.
I knew Foot had something to do with establishing them. Yeah. I knew that, though. I knew that years and years ago.
112 to what?
I think it was
112th and Raymond, where 11 Deuce started on 112th and Raymond.
That said, you know what?
11 Deuce Hoover was started on 112th and
No,
Raymond.
he said this. We might as well get our own thing or something like that.
Bigfoot.
Yeah.
What do you mean we might as well get our own thing separate from what? What was going on?
11 Deuce.
Yeah, because more or less, I'm gonna tell you
What was going on
well,
to make him.
I'm gonna tell you what it was, bro. You know what I'm saying? And nobody never really speak on it, bro. But you know what I'm saying? It be that, whoa, you know what I'm saying? To the point where that house that I told you, I remember I told y'all, you know what I'm saying? You said, damn, you don't even remember I stayed there. Remember I told you that house we stayed over there by Traham, the last house before you run into the brick wall. Right there on the one way, that last house. Remember when our garage used to be back there, bro? You know what I'm saying? And everybody first started writing because, you know what I'm saying, with graffiti, you know what I'm saying, when it go back into, once we got into junior high school, graffiti was one of our greatest things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because
we
graffiti was one of our artists.
We were artists.
And we was traveling because, you know what I'm saying, at unfortunate circumstances made it where, you know what I'm saying, I had to go from junior high to junior high to junior high. So that's how the pros and cons aspect of thing, it put me in a format, you know what I'm saying? Whereas it was not all that chaos in Los Angeles at the time. You know what I'm saying? Because
that's right.
I mean, it was when I was at Henry Clay, you know what I'm saying? Everything was still, you know what I'm saying, nice and smooth. And it was like a lot of everybody celebrating that blue rag and just part of being the pride of being Crip and Crip is, you know what I'm saying? The Cripism, you know what I'm saying? Everybody was happy, you know what I'm saying, to be. And so, you know what I'm saying, when you come down at that time, you know what I'm saying, it was a partying environment. Who was trying to get to shit? I was listening because my ear was to the ground. My brother and I'm trying to be, I can't go. Well, you can't go. You can't go to the skating ring. You can't go this. You can't go Mexican
like that. You ain't coming.
You can't go.
Like that. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah. I got him. Though. I got him. I want the BS. I need UBC to finish what you're saying. I'm gonna holler at you, Doug. You know, I go back with Doug too. We go back a long way. So you.
Henry Clay went to Bret Hart. So when I shifted channels from Henry Clay to Bret Hart, that put me in an environment. But I'd already know a lot of people because from before I left Manchester, before I got to Henry Clay, I had already landed on 83rd. So that put me as you look at the you know what I'm saying, Queek and they family before Queek and any of his brothers at
Hicksonbottom.
The Hicksonbottom family.
Yeah.
None of them was ever deceased at that point, you know what I'm saying? At that time, you know what I'm saying? And as far as it go, you know what I'm saying, as the introductions was live and it was like, you know what I mean, it was like we would have visitors from all over at that point in time, you know what I'm saying? Especially
Duck, what you call the A-Tray 11 Deuce connection.
Our family.
So all right, Duck, who are you, man? Let people know who you are.
I'm Duck from 11 Deuce.
Come on, talk up, man. I know you. I fucking know you. You acting, come on.
And I first landed on 96th Street.
In what?
In Butler. And, in 1974, 75, somewhere around there. And I met Neil.
What Neil are you talking about?
Neil Hilliard.
All right.
And Walter Hilliard. Mad Dog and Wall Dog.
Mad Dog and Wall Dog.
Me admitting the truth. You know, I came from New Orleans, a country place.
Wait, what year was that? 74?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yeah. I'm like, what's happening, bruh? So we came here, you know, 1974, 75. So it was a hard transition for a kid from bruh to cuz. You know, so my man Walter Hilliard, Neil Hilliard. These dudes was like sharp, you know. Sammy.
Fish.
You know, Fish.
Yeah.
Well, come to find out, I investigated that, hey, we all kinfolk. We from Cousana, Louisiana.
Wow. Yeah.
My mom.
Louisiana.
My mom, Kyle mom.
That's right.
Neil mom was homies.
Yeah.
You know, first thing I was introduced to for his gang was Hoover 7-4. Across the street from Sammy house was like a motel with the guy with the
Fig and flower right there.
Yeah, and the duplexes across the street.
Duplex, right?
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, from there, your first impact, you know, I'm like, wow, you know, these are superstars. And as a man, I thank God that I never forgot that, you know, everywhere we went from Section 8 till we got off it, it was
So
Hoover.
true.
It was Hoover, man, you know, straight up.
So Doug, let me jump in real quick.
Yes, sir.
This is how you ended up over there?
Yes.
That's how I met you.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
In the mid-70s.
Yes, sir.
I met Doug in the mid-70s. We kids.
Yeah, finding me a home, man. Trying to find
I swear to you, man.
Yes, sir.
Man, I met him.
Yeah.
It had to be
kid. Yeah.
Hey, now to be quite frank, I think it had to be 76.
Yeah, yeah.
I think when I first saw,
because the first, if you let
I
me talk,
promise you. Go ahead, go talk, motherfucker.
back in those days, Crenshaw was Century in Vermont.
Yes, sir.
First person I knew that had a lowrider, Andre Jones. You have your leaders and you have your followers, man. I used to go and get that number $1 for a piece of chicken and some french fries. Lil Moo. Yeah. So I'm like, man, I did my investigation, you know. I'm like, hey, you got to get some muscles, you know. That's some yolks, as we call them. Pythons. Heard of this brother, Tony Stacy. You would think that you looking for a 6-foot man.
Yeah, fuck on the 5 feet with the business.
The San Quentin to meet this brother. I'm like, this little dude. Until I seen them pythons. I'm like, yeah. You know, so I got in where I fit in. I chose my heroes, man. Bigfoot, you know, down to you, you know.
Hey, but hold up. Let me tell you something, man.
Yes, sir.
No, TS, this motherfucker on the groove. Let him go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Only one I ran with was Pookie
Hey, bro.
Yes, sir.
Yes, free ride.
Yes, sir.
And Moo Moo,
Okay.
right?
Free ride.
But I met a lot of y'all inside the prison system. I
Yes,
couldn't
sir.
be everywhere at one time.
Yes, sir.
I had my hands full of the 80s with our interviews and all
Yes,
that
sir.
shit. But when I met Duck in the prison, that damn Duck was hard-headed.
But you know, Duck was wild.
Hey, look. Came in there, chair roll. You know, look, man, I fought Duck on the side of the prison, San Quentin prison when I first met him. I said, Duck, I love his personality. It's the silence. But I said, bro, you're doing too much, nigga. I said, look, bro, you on this yard. All of that is pointing at you right now. You can't come up here with this chaos, bro. We not no Hoover no more. Hoover's in our heart, but we in San Quentin prison.
Yeah.
If I had to toast, Duck came up in that motherfucking joint, throwing so much shit. He listened to me though.
Yeah.
He was receptive to what
Yes,
I
sir.
told him.
Yeah.
I said, Duck, you got so many knives pointing at you right now, boy. But I ain't gonna let these niggas. But boy, settle that shit down, man. Kill all that chaos right now, nigga. We got there's soldiers out here, there's warriors out here. We ready to go. But he listened to me, though. That's my boy.
And I want to say, man, I want all praises and glory to God. You know, a lot of brothers haven't made it to this far, you know, where you can be a man. And I want to thank you, man, you know, for completing my manhood. It was when I met you, brother, that you pointed out the good in me as far as reading and writing. I never knew a person that can write as small as you. Yeah, you will write me, brother. Yeah, you know, and saying that to say, you know, Hoover became an extended family, you know, Bobcat, you know. I always wanted a big brother, you know.
Yeah.
Bobcat used to be a tall, skinny JJ off Good Times.
I remember Bobcat skinny Cat Page.
Yeah.
See, Bobcat don't remember.
Yeah.
Hey, Duck,
and that's
Bobcat don't remember Cat Page.
That's my man.
I was there.
Hey, my man.
I was there with him, yeah.
You know, some people, as we are today, we're all fathers and grandfathers.
That's right.
Some people
Amen.
say you're a bad influence. My mom encouraged me to deal with Hoovers. Bobcat. He's your bro. Moms used to feed
Straight
him
up.
and buy him beer and make them drink their beer in our yard. So my sister with her snitch ass, he's in the gang. Where's the gang at? Outside. He's one of them, Mom. Went and got my tattoo. Yeah, I'm 11 Deuce.
But wait a minute, Doug. How'd you become this? What happened?
Well, I
so
mean,
we know about your kid, folks.
Yes.
Mad Dog and Walter.
Yes.
How'd you end up? See, that's the 70s.
Mad Dog.
That was the 70s. How'd you
memory.
end up on the one way?
That's what I'm telling you. The first thing coming from New Orleans, you know, from country eating crawfish and all these crabs, this and that. Now you're into a burrito or alley. This is some news and review shit, homeboy. I'm like, shit, I need to find what are we
further
well,
notice.
Get in where you fit in is what they say. You know, I looked out and I seen Hoovers, you know, like cool breeze, you know. I'm joining.
Yeah.
And as you know, a couple of weeks ago, I just buried a friend of mine who followed me, which was it's little cousin Gino, Lil Head.
Rest in peace again.
Oh, you joined? Yeah, man. 11 Deuce. I'm a join too.
What
That was
brought you to 11?
Man, the need, the power, the love amongst black men in our communities.
That's
brother.
what it was too.
Yeah.
Straight up.
All right.
And we had food at our house, and them
Yes,
niggas
sir.
was greedy.
Yeah, and
So
they
it's
ate.
like, hey man,
Yeah.
you want a sandwich?
Yeah.
What
111th in New Hampshire.
Motherfucker.
I'm the one way. The one way came in within me and Head. Head was our elder. When brothers like yourself, as you're my elder, you're my big homeboy. You know, when you fall down, it's like checkers, man.
Head's an
We
elder.
fall, we stand up. We stood up, but you got to respect and know where you came from. You ain't forced to stand up. You obligated to stand up. Because
the
you're
difference.
connected to a stand-up guy. And it's just a telephone call away. You're not dead. You know, as I said, brother, I went out my way. I had to make it to prison to meet you. To finalize and get a stamp, man. So, you know, you gotta, it's not what you are, it's who you know. And a lot of our people, as my brother Bubble, you know, talk to me about this podcast. And I'm like, what you getting out of it, bro?
Yeah.
Giving people their history, man.
Yes, sir.
And I love you for that, bro. I understand.
Shit, home.
Yes, sir. In Jesus' name.
And it ain't just gang shit. We talking about a family. We talking about a motherfucking community.
Exactly. I mean,
you hear me? That stretches far and wide.
These two brothers right here, these two brothers right here, man, taught me how to provide for a family.
Yes, sir.
A family that I came from, not a family that I made.
Yes, sir.
They taught me how to help my mother, man.
Yes, sir.
And I thank God I don't have no regrets for nothing amongst my people.
Switch over TS. Switch over TS. Come on. Sit your ass down, OG. Come on, man. Because I ain't gonna never, let's do what it do.
Look, bro, I don't know when we're gonna ever have the pieces all here together like this. It's not all.
I bet you one thing. Hold on. This is what I know.
Bubba, get BC phone right there. In the corner.
What phone is this?
This is what I know about Laylo. Watch.
It's too.
Because they're gonna love this shit. They gonna come out the woodwork.
Right here, who I love all Hoover blocks. I'm from Hoover. Here,
I'm from
Hoover's Hoover. It don't matter what block you from.
I'm from Hoover.
Anyway, I want to ask 11 Deuces, man. When I got him here, some of the main factors right here. What year in the ramification that started the war with these soft lows? What year that shit started? The soft lows. Because I don't know.
You said KK? Cat?
I'm saying it started in 1990.
You said 1990, and what here say?
I say really 87.
Huh?
All right.
87 is when the tension really started.
When it really started.
Okay, but let me ask you this then.
Behind what, though?
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
Tension?
Behind what? But I already know their mentality.
Yes, sir.
No, they had.
Remember, they had that house with the soft floats on the roof. You saw that. Yeah.
Right across the street from where I live.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cocaine.
Hey, put that
sales,
mic
bro.
on there. Speaking to that mic. You guys
Sales,
speaking.
man.
He asked, let me
Baby Charles.
Hold on, though,
Charles.
Ted.
Well, you know,
Let the head
the
talk.
tension really started in like 87. You know, a couple of them cats started getting out of prison. You know what I'm saying? You remember Wino in the wheelchair? You know, it was money in the one way. It wasn't just all gang banging. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It was money in the one way.
It was a hustle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, and Cass was dealing with, you know, some of the Migos that was, you know, bringing in shit, you know what I'm saying? And then some of them cats was getting out of jail from doing time, was mad that
Hey, but look,
they was dealing with the
hold
blacks.
up. When
Right.
you say
right,
some of them
right.
cats was
So
getting out
that's
of jail, who
ME.
you talking
You
about?
talking about ME?
Yeah.
Your mentality.
Who you talking about?
Huh?
Some of them cats was getting out of jail. Who you talking about?
Some of them,
Mexicans.
yeah, they was
Soft
Mexicans.
blows?
Soft blows, yeah.
We basically talking about the Mexican mafia.
Right.
That's basically what we talking about.
That's what we talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Talk to the mic. You got to talk to the mic, BC. Come on. Yeah, lift that motherfucker up, bro.
At one point I thought that, I mean, I'm hearing bro had said that, but remember we had got to the point before the police killed Lil Mo. Before the police killed Lil Mo.
110.
And everybody was getting a little bag together. The homies is still fucking with Acho. The homies is still fucking with Acho, and everything was cool. When things got really disrespectful and rude at bro, is at that time, bro, Lil Duck.
What year is that?
1990.
Okay.
1990. That's around the time, because I know it was 1990, because that's the only year my mama had us, all her boys. I said, Mama laughed, and she said, it's the first time I done had my boys home together in the last 6 years, because we was all out here, you know what I'm saying, briefly together, you know what I'm saying. But and I remember, because when my birthday, you know what I'm saying, we was acting up, and Hoover Mack ended up knocking me out on my birthday. Right the next day, he knocked me out. Black
big bro,
big bro knocked me out, and the next day I called Duck, told Duck bring me some.
this Duck?
I called Duck and told that dude Duck man to bring me some witch hazel, and he didn't come back with the witch hazel. That dude brought me some motherfucking Bengay, bro. And shit, you know what I'm saying? I put that shit on my motherfucking eyes. And shit, I'll tell you, bro.
Burn the fuck out.
I'll tell you, burn the fuck out me, bro, but it removed the swelling immediately.
Yeah.
And shit, you know what I'm saying? Got that blood, black and flowing and shit. Yeah.
Blind, huh?
It took my my eyes was closed. I put that shit on, I burned the deal with that shit, that towel, the cold air, that day. But they took that swelling up out the motherfucker.
Okay,
shit,
another question I need to ask
the
you.
question I was telling you about when it happened, the event that took place, bro, which you probably remember now, because I think bro was in jail. But I think you bro was in jail, but you was out then, bro, because I remember you was out. Cat was out because me and Cat and bro them had ran a couple of assignments around that time. You know what I'm saying? That was paying our families. But what had happened was the late Snot Rag, the mama, Miss Walker, bro, property, bro. The premises. If you notice that premises, bro, you remember how they had that little brick wall right there? It was two separate little pieces to it, right? And your brother, Duck's little brother, Lil Duck, rest in peace, was dating Nana at the time. And when Nana came outside, the little dude from South Los was out there. He was writing on the wall. He was writing on their property and shit. Don't nobody want graffiti on their house.
Right.
Nana came out to the front to address that shit. And you know, if anybody know how they hit their setup with the SO on one side, with that X and the LOS on the other side, right? When he came in the middle of him scribbling this shit, you know what I'm saying? He had already did the wall and shit. She wouldn't let him finish. He put the X. Remember, he put the fucking X on Nana. He came over there and he came and Nana came down there.
I know they put that 13 up in there. Huh?
No, they hadn't got to that point. He put that motherfucking X. They put that X on her body.
They spray painted her.
They spray painted her, bro, and shit, you know what I'm saying? And when the baby homies came down there to holler and shit, you know what I'm saying, about the incident, bro, you know what I'm saying, they're to be despicable because the Walker family definitely contributed to, you know what I'm saying, the cause of us and our thing. Because we have members.
That's what started it.
It's families. 11 Deuces.
So
if you look at 11 Deuces, it's families. It's families. All of our families, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Families. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah.
I already know.
Yeah.
I already know.
That's good shit.
But then it came down.
I already know, home.
Few incidents. He's telling you about an incident.
No, that was one incident.
Right.
I know
so
about,
you said 87.
I said 87.
It was another.
I'm not saying.
You know, because then when
they
came back over there, bro, and shit. At one point or another, they twisted up how would the purchasing First of all, the purchasing of how we purchased was different. So as opposed to that, Lil Head had always had a different plug with him. The little homies from 7-4 that hang down towards, you know what I'm saying, the hill views and shit, you know what I'm saying? So with bro and with Dude, he took a motherfucker directly to the plug. He took a motherfucker out there, bro, you know what I'm saying, to the point where the shit looked so weird, we pushed up. Me and my homeboy, rest in peace, my real nigga, Lil Hunk, bro, pushed up.
Rest in peace.
Out there, bro.
What's his name again?
Lil Hunk, rest in peace.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He's from 11 Deuce?
Yeah. He got killed, bro, right here on Citrus, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Him and the homie Lil Sleep got killed together.
Together?
Yeah.
Man.
So that happened in.
I mean, that was right after the peace treaty shit came by. You know what I'm saying? After the year of the peace treaty, bro. You know what I'm saying?
So that issue happened with the spray paint. That's one issue. That's 1990.
Right. And another incident came back right there, back to back. After that, it went, you know what I'm saying? The motherfucker tried to pipe down. We're going to pipe this situation down. The little homie still had his own pipe down right there. We bedded down on that box. Remember, right behind the burrito stand, bro. You know what I'm saying? The little homies had started throwing bags. They throwing bags and shit, you know what I'm saying? And them dudes that copped some grass from the homies and shit, you know what I'm saying? They cropped some grass from the little homies and shit and went and smoked that weed up. And then when they came back and shit, you know what I'm saying? They had complained about the amount of weed it was and shit, you know what I'm saying? They was walking around and shit, you know what I'm saying? Pumping around. They had a little old sawed off gauge, walking around threatening the baby homies and shit, you know what I'm saying? Which names I won't bring to terms.
Hey, but let me say this, man. Yeah. You know, I just said in previous interviews, bro, you know, because I didn't hang out in the hundreds like that, right? Because we had our hands full in the 70s, 80s. We had our hands full with the LA Brims, or the Swans, parts of the Devil Lanes, another blood set. But anyway, you know, I always felt that y'all, the sevens and 11 Deuces, never got the full support from the grooves to help y'all down there. But we had our hands full in the 70s and 80s. Bro.
I don't know if I agree with that.
No.
I disagree with that.
Because you're an older homie, and I need to say for my generation, I don't agree.
No, you had a few.
Wait, but
you had a few.
I'm talking about my generation. You know what I'm saying?
But see, that wasn't happening in your generation.
Okay, right, I understand that. But you know, I feel a sense of guilt because, man, we had our hands so full in the 70s, 80s with our enemies down there.
But that's when it was Crip and blood.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So
I know it was a transformation that took place. Shit, the made the transition.
Yeah.
But one of the things I want to ask y'all, the loved ones for the 11 Deuces right here today. Another thing, besides I asked y'all about the soft lows, right? So I want to ask y'all about. We don't need to go in debt about this shit, right? What, since 11 Deuces been out, what Crips sets y'all was into it? I know some of them, but what Crips sets y'all was into it with?
What sets we was into it with?
What Crips sets y'all was into it with down there? Ever since 11 Deuces been out.
Since we've been into it, you know what I'm saying, from day one, you know what I'm saying? I think that really all the beefs that started, you know what I'm saying? Basically, you know what I'm saying, we probably started them. Stuff, you know what I'm saying?
That's true, and they'll say that.
Hold up,
that's true,
up,
and they'll say that.
Who started them?
We did.
Yeah.
Okay. Who though? What Crip sets y'all talking about?
Basically, all of them.
All the Crip sets in the 100.
The only stat.
Okay.
Well,
Watergate.
Okay.
Yeah, we kind of defined it, you know what I'm saying, a way of what it was. Some scenarios that happened, bro, you know what I'm saying. But I can mention other homeboys and other cliques that brought independently, you know what I'm saying. The chaos where this set, because I remember when we were all partying. I remember before you went to jail. It's that, you know what I'm saying. I remember before you went to jail, but because you know what I mean. I started off in school, but my movement and Hoover.
But look. But you said you remember before I went to prison, went to jail, but I had a bus on some of them cats down there. I had a bus on them because they was hard-headed.
All right.
It's like, I seen what was happening and everything with the streets, the ghetto, bro. You know what I mean? We left watts from everybody with dashikis and stuff like that around our neck. and stuff, you know what I'm saying, being in Watts, and everybody was talking about they was healing from after what had happened in 1968, because time ain't really that much space. Generations ain't really passed like that. It's 20 years to a generation. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So when it came down to it, you know what I'm saying, we went and I watched, I seen them dudes. I didn't know who Tookie and Jamel was at that time by name, but by the time we got over here at Woodcrest, because where you see the little homie at, where you see where Tookie sat on the steps at right there, that little bra he used to have sitting between his legs, he made 2 babies that banged the set. The homie Baby Rat from 107.
Yes, sir.
That's his son. That's him sitting right there with Smitty, X-Ray and them family always owned it, that corner down there and shit. You know, since we was kids.
I said son.
Yeah, Smitty. Smitty. He had 2, Smitty.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? That's his grandfather.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When they come through there, bro, they had all that lockdown since we was kids. You know what I'm saying? But I traveled, hung in them shacks when all the sets had shack. I know when y'all talk about the Crip walking and all that, and they say Sugar Bear did it the most and all this and that, I don't never hear nobody talk about how Big Dopey, non-deuce Dopey, bro.
Thank
you know what I'm saying? He used to keep his hat flipped up like that dude.
Man, and we used to do that shit.
Right, exactly.
I said them, but we flipped the hat up and your set crossed. Your set not crossed, struck up on that motherfucker, homie.
Shit up with that motherfucking, with that white ink, with that wing.
Dopey did that.
With that white out, we had the set, you know what I'm saying?
That liquid paper.
The liquid paper. when by the time I'm telling you, bro, you know what I'm saying? And I like to quote with a little bit more accuracy, because you know what I'm saying, they did another podcast, I forgot which one it was, but they were speaking on it, and they had the little dude Quake.
East Coast?
Yeah, Quake.
Yeah, I saw that
speaking. And they was asking him as to when 6-6 East Coast got started, bro. And he attributed it to a point where he was saying something like 82. And I said, he ain't giving him the 6-6. I said, the reason why I know 6-6 East Coast started before that, because we went to Bethune in 81.
We went to Bethune in 81.
And we used to go around the rock from 6-6 yard and hang in the yard with bargs and dogs back then.
Yeah.
So
Hey,
you.
but look, y'all
Hold on, let him do his thing though. You cutting him off though. It's a good train of thought, yes.
That's good.
It's a good train of thought. Let him do what he's doing. Finish this statement.
We're gonna go to the point where, you know what I'm saying, we gonna quote the history, bro. You know what I'm saying? I just want to give y'all Hoover and give it to it where what transpired, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It is what it is up under the roof.
And I don't mean to cut you off, but I wanted to come back to Head, because Head, your incident in terms of the South Flows, 1990, it say it was before that. 87, there was an incident. And I wanted to tap in on that to get that understanding.
When we get to going, bro, when we get
that led to other shit.
I think that, you know what I'm saying, at some point or another, you know what I'm saying, that how I be clinging on to dates, shit, you know what I'm saying, my accuracy be a lot of sharp sometimes. And I think that at one point or another, you know what I'm saying, me and I ran, bro, you know what I'm saying, bro was out here, you know what I'm saying, we was outside, bro, you know what I'm saying, partying together and everything. But I thought, bro, you know what I'm saying, because I know at that time, a lot of time to remember exactly the time frame, I had to remember what whip I was driving at the time. And I know, like, at 87, man, I was like the height of my light in my prime, bro, out here, you know what I'm saying. But I thought I was under the impression that,
we was grooving on.
But I thought
we was grooving on me. Trust me.
No, because you was out, because you were, I remember, you was out.
Yeah.
I remember you were, it was like, you know what I'm saying, incarcerations kind of like took on the set to the point where the stuff, you know what I'm saying? I remember,
And I say that incarceration decimated us in a lot of ways.
You know what I'm saying?
It took numbers from us.
It did more to it, to the point that incarceration did more than that, because the simple fact, the way a lot of times how and what made a lot of the 11 deuces really feel comfortable blending in down on the 4 tray to the one-way anything. First of all, you know what I'm saying, the late Judah Bean, bro, you know what I'm saying? Bro, you know what I'm saying?
Rest in peace.
Got
Hoover Connect.
Yes, sir.
Hoover Connect. You got to say that, huh?
Yes, sir. The Connect, baby. I'm the youngest nigga in the house in the door right there when bro get the ball rolling. You know what I'm saying?
82nd?
No, on the one. That same door still up.
Okay,
right
on the,
where Tick used to live at. That same door.
Got you.
That's where the first door was down there, bro. The door's still up there, bro. Folks down there, you know what I'm saying? But like I was saying though, bro, you know what I'm saying? The traveling aspect of thing, even when you know what I'm saying, the being that coming and the traveling, bro, you know what I'm saying, and moving around, the Bethune gave me all my introduction to the first 7-folds that I really got around. Now I was running around. That was my age. Yeah,
I think you said it. You started going Bethune 81.
Yeah, we was a Bethune in 81, but
that's
in
when
80,
I
was in,
that's what I fell on this frame. I done all these years for. But only reason, because you know, Bethune touched my heart, man. I was Bethune for all 3 years. Y'all make me feel old. I am old shit. But anyway, when you say 81, man, I went to Bethune for 3 years, starting from 1970. For 3 years, I terrorized that school. They know, you know. I got a title in my book called Bethune, Here I Come. Oh yeah, I terrorized that motherfucker up.
It wasn't no East Coast there when you was
no, it wasn't no
right?
such thing.
It's East Coast, right? That can get
East Side Council. That's all it was. It wasn't no East Coast. Raymond White got out of prison is started. That's a long story. Started East Coast, but it wasn't no East Coast even in existence at that. It was just East Side.
No, I want to take it back to head though. Hold on, BC. I want to take back to head though, because I wanted to understand what Head was saying in terms of how the conflict in his time started with the South Low. You know what I mean? I want to get a bar of that and understand what, you know, what probably led up to all this bullshit with them.
I can't say it led up to all the bullshit, but there was but it's all because their agenda was taking over our set.
Yeah, all right.
You see what I'm saying?
And you know that agenda still exists, and not just with them, but just in I'm just saying, it's Mexican spirit.
Come on,
that's the agenda.
They had a
take over our shit. So
and when they bumped heads with people like me, Mack, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bobcat, you know what I mean? It was only just like, man, we gotta watch them. They ain't scared, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But they always tried to try us, you know. Mm-hmm. They always, but we come right back on them, like, but you know, be right back on their head and put them in check. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I said, it's just they had agenda. Yeah. So in my generation, we always got into it. Even in the big homies generation, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We the little homies, us, had to jump over that rail and go down there and get with them. Yeah. You know, just because the big homies sent them on us.
Straight up.
Us on them.
Yeah.
You know, and so the big homies had something with them here and there every once in a while. They sell. Not just my generation.
That's right.
So if it was always something in my, because I got Bigfoot, my big homie, Mo, my big homie, Hound, Mo, Stick, Maney. You see what I'm saying? Termite.
Straight up.
You know, so way before I even, you know, had little homies up under me.
Straight up.
You understand what I'm saying? Way before Lil Head, you know, it was me, Bird, Mack, Bam. You know what I'm saying? That was banging the set. Our little brothers and cousins, we didn't let them know.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Get down. Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
so, but I understand with the homie, he did what he's supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? As a lay-low, you know what I'm saying? When you come down to performing. Yeah. You know, but it always happened, us against them in each generation.
And T.S., because you wasn't, excuse me, T.S., you wasn't there. But when that transpired, when that thing, we were front and center. These the homies. And we gotta let them know, you know. And that's where we was with that. Wasn't no let up, wasn't nothing. We you know, even then when that started to happen, we wasn't thinking about Bloods and other enemies, what we call. Our focus was that. Let's go, you know, whatever, you know.
That's
so we was always there.
Yeah.
You know, that's all, that's us. They us. That's how we deal with that. It wasn't no fucking mixing that or misunderstanding that at all.
When we got into the war with them, man, we wasn't even thinking about 111 block.
What? That's what I just.
Man, we even
that
I
shit went out the window.
Dudes. I was seeing some of them dudes.
But my issue is just that I just said like this. I feel guilty because I wasn't there, because I would have been active in the motherfucker, man. I would have been right there. I would have been. I'm dealing with so many adversaries down there in the 70s, 80s. But man, shit, man.
That wasn't your time, OG. And you guys had already set the stage for what y'all get out.
A lot of
this was some new shit for us.
Yeah, it was baptized newly as to how to do things. And then a lot of time when we was putting the program on, we had first got on, remember, you know what I'm saying, they had demands, because when I got on, I already knew. My brother and them got on in the process when I would see what Head and them was going through. He had some G homeboys, bro, you know what I'm saying, on the set, bro, nigga, you can't bang this thing, nigga. If you coming to the set, nigga, you know what I'm saying, I'm not gonna be out here, you banging the set and I'm toting the blower for you, nigga. You got to be toting Salamu, you bringing something, you gotta bring it. If you banging the set, nigga, you get your ass over here and add something to this toolbox, nigga.
Straight up.
Shit, you know what I'm saying? And that's
Trade folks, 7-Eleven, the Deuce and the Nine. You have been, you will be undefeated.
But we ain't gang banging. This is about education. We trying to educate our youth right now, nigga. Hey. Set day is the best day. Skip walking across the floor in the best way. From Trey to the one way. It's a stump day. LA to the NY. Let this funk play.
Back in them days, it was love, loyalty, respect, and honesty.
That's my nigga Gumby right there.
You know, ex-busters, hooks, and snitches put on pedestals and ventilators.
Say lows on that Hoover shit. HIP, Tony Moon, one of the hardest poets I ever heard connected with this star shit. Hey. Baby Jap and Jap 5, quick to set it off on the mic in the shack live.
When the shit get real and feel to the wheel, and then you'll see sitting up in that motherfucker, looking at that light sin, that death sin.
Then they run into a witness stand, telling on their own homeboys. Hoover stomp, like this. Hoover stomp. I know somebody know how to start them BS. I'm a New York nigga in the Pacific Sun. I say West Side Hoover if you ask where I'm from. Finest California run, still infusing my lungs. All about my bread, I ain't leaving.
Understand the end game. What's your end game? What's your purpose?
Keep one in the head or I don't need a gun. I'm with Hawk on Hoover Street with a low ass jump. Hopping down Figueroa with a whole selling cunt.
You have been.
Like this, come second to none. Grooving like Scone Young, grooving like Booker Bone. I'm bad to the bone.